Hello and welcome back to your channel Genie. In today's video, we are going to create a geolocated application using Angular. We have already created the uh, backend API or the Python in our last video. So if you have not watched that video, please do watch that. And we need this. We are using this Python application in the backend, and today we are going to create a Angular application as a front end. So I am installing my Angular using the ng new command, and it is installing all the packages. So this might take a while. So once the application or the packages are installed, I'm going to generate my components. So I am generating 3 components: reverse geocode, geocode, and calculate distance component. So these are the 3 components I am going to generate, and for these 3 components 4 files will be created: an HTML, a TypeScript file, a CSS file, and a spec file. So once these 3 components are installed, I am installing Bootstrap. So once that is done, now let us start our coding. So first I am going to source, and inside the geocode component I am opening the TypeScript file. So yes, so here we are so what does this does is, so here we will give the place name, and then once you click on the button, you have to get the exact coordinates of the that is the longitude and latitude of that place. So I'm using HTTP client inside my constructor, so you have to import it. Now I'm going to create a method called Geocode, and I'm passing my API URL here. My API URL, it is in the port 500, and geocode and address is what is the place name that you're going to provide. So I'm using the subscribe here. And this will give my result. And if there is any error, it will give a message in the console, and it is reported in the console as console error, and it will print what the error is. So this is what we are doing inside our TypeScript file. Now let us go to the HTML, and we will create a text box and a button. So I am importing my styles inside the styles.css, and I am opening the geocode component HTML class, and here I am creating a division with class container. Inside that 2 classes, row and column, with a margin of 6, and here I am creating a h2 element geocode, and inside that I am creating a form group. So this will contain my text box like enter address, and a text box, a label and a text box will be there. So since I have used ng model, I have to use this inside my app module as well. So I have to register this there. So we are passing the address from our TypeScript here, and giving it a ID address and a placeholder address. Now I'm creating a button. So button is of type primary, so it will be a blue button, and the class is so upon clicking the button, the geocode method which we have inside our TypeScript will be triggered. And once you click the, we need to see the result somewhere, right? So for that I am creating a division, and if there is a geocode result, then it will be printed inside the screen itself. I mean inside the in our UI window. So if result is there, then paragraph with the coordinates will be typed, and there is a latitude. So this is resulting from our API. Will print our latitude as well as longitude. So that is what is happening in this component. I am importing HTTP client module as well as forms module inside my app module, so that the error in the HTML will be disappeared. Now let us go to the reverse geocode component, and I am opening the TypeScript file. So here, so what this does is, like, it will accept latitude and the longitude, and it will return the result. So that is what is happening. So here I am adding two variables, latitude and longitude, and a result variable. So inside the constructor I am passing HTTP client, and I am creating a method called reverse geocode. So this will get the URL of my API. So it is currently in the port reverse geo 5000 and slash reverse geocode. So it will route to reverse geocode in our Python API. And what I am passing here is, I am passing a latitude and a longitude in the URL itself. And I am adding the subscribe to get my result. So this dot reverse geocode result is what I am getting as my data. And if there is error, the error will be printed in the console. So console.error, and here the error message will be printed. Start writing the HTML code for this. So I am creating a class called container. There is a row as well as a column here, and there is an h2 element reverse geocode, as similarly like we had in our geocode component. So here I am creating a form control with a label latitude and a text box longitude, a text box latitude, again another so this is of type class font control, and there is a ng model, and we will write a placeholder and ID. So ID for this is lat and placeholder is latitude. Now let us create another form group for longitude. So I am just copying it and editing the latitude for longitude here. Now I am creating a button and upon clicking this button the reverse geocode should be triggered. Now I am creating a division of the class. So it is like if there is result, so I am writing the ng if we have something inside this reverse geocode, then paragraph that is with the caption, address and result dot address, that is the address or the location will be printed in our screen. So our reverse geocode component code is also done. Now let us go to the calculate distance component. So here we need two latitudes and two longitudes as the input, and it will calculate the distance between the two. So here we will create a calculate distance method. So and I am passing my URL from API, which is in the port 5000 itself, and this is the method which I am using, calculate distance, and what I am passing here is my two latitudes and two longitudes. So latitude 1, longitude 1, latitude 2, longitude 2. So this is the order in which I am passing my variables inside my URL. So I am adding the subscribe, and if there is data, then that result will be passed inside the variable distance result, and if there is error, the console will print the error. Now inside my HTML I am creating two classes, container row. So this is similar to what we have in the other two components, and there is a h2 calculate distance, and there is a form group which will accept all the latitudes and longitudes. So I am creating 4 different form groups to add my inputs. So once this is done, we will create the button called calculate distance. If you enjoy watching this video, please do subscribe, do like, share this video with all the coding enthusiasts. On the click event of the button, the calculate distance method will be triggered, and once we have the result, so again I am writing my ng if here. So if there is something, if there is value inside the distance result, then a section will be displayed with the heading trigger distance, and the distance result will be printed as kilometers. So the major part of our code is done. Now let us call this components inside the app component. So I'm creating a text align and writing a heading like welcome to Geolocator application. Now after this I will call my three components here inside three different divisions: geo component, geo reverse component, reverse geo component, and calculate distance. So now the coding is done. Now let us run this application and try out. So first we have to run the Python application. So save all of this and run the Angular application using the command ngserve. So to run the Python application, I am opening my command prompt here and going to my Python code location, and here I am calling the Python. So here I am calling my Python so there is some mistake in the file name. So it is actually geolocator.py. So now it is opened in this port. Now let us run the Angular application as well. So it might take some time to run this application. This is how our application looks like. So we have got three reverse component, geocode and calculate distance. So in the reverse component, if I give the latitude and longitude and click on geocode component, is working fine. If I give the place name, I am currently getting the place. Let us see what is the error inside the geocode component. So here again, when you give the data properly, you are getting the address. Now let us see what problem we are facing with the calculate distance application. So I am opening my Postman and trying if I am getting the same result as when we tested our API. So I am passing the latitude and longitude, but still I am getting the error. So it is not actually, it is saying that the address is wrong. So let us type the URL inside the Postman and try. So there is an error. So actually the calculate distance, I have used underscore. There is a typo in the in that URL, so that is the reason it is not coming properly. So once we update that, so we will update that, and once we update that, it should be working fine. It is working fine. So if you like this application, please do click subscribe to my channel if you are new to my channel, and click on the bell notification icon so that you will receive all of my future videos. Please do like this video and share this video with all the coding enthusiasts, and please let me know if you have any suggestions.